How did we get to this? It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Fact, we invented slavery before we invented money.
I have a legitimate question right now. How is everyone surviving?
How are people surviving on minimum wage right now? I mean, rent, groceries, gas, all of that is very, very expensive to live on your own.
You cannot afford to have a child, nor can you afford childcare, nor can you afford the housing, much less the food to feed these people. It is crazy. Nobody's having kids because nobody can freaking afford it anymore.
So many people are struggling to make it from week to week. I know so many people who are facing or dealing with eviction right now. It's so horrible. And there are so many people who don't have safety nets. There are people who don't have a family they can go stay with. There's so many people who, like, it's just really, really bad.
I was only on 30K living my best life 11 years ago. That 30K, if I was on that now, drowning.
My electric bill that is due tomorrow was $1,075. Yes, you heard that right. $1,075 for 28 days.
How are people surviving nowadays? Everything is so goddamn expensive, from cars to food to the damn movie theaters.
A lot of people are just surviving and not living. Our parents always grew up telling us, we want you to be better than us. Mom trying. Like I'm doing my best. You feel me? This, like, life didn't get easier since I became an adult. You know. Life was actually easier when I was a kid and we was sleeping on the fucking street. For real, for real.
A lot of y'all make fun of my pimp walk, as y'all call it. And it's been that way since like 5th grade. I remember the first time I was made aware of it. My white teacher was like, "Oh my God, Simeon, you have the best walk I have ever seen. How do you do it? What's the secret?" Whole time I'm like, "Bitch, I can't see. It's no secret."
Remember when payday actually meant something? Well, now the money disappears before the weekend even starts. Damn shame. Let's have a real conversation. Check this out.
I have a legitimate question right now. How is everyone surviving? Like, the world is how? Just tell me in the comment section. Thank you. I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm trying not to be dramatic. My daughter just had 4 slices of sourdough bread for breakfast. We're day 1 of summer. Day 1.
Serious question. How are people surviving on minimum wage right now? I mean, rent, groceries, gas, all of that is very, very expensive to live on your own. So my question to you is, how are you surviving right now, currently, in today's society?
Job interviews were invented because we abolished slavery, and we've only been interviewing for jobs for about 100 years. An interesting and horrifying fact, we invented slavery before we invented money.
This cannot be the same check y'all are raising y'all family with. This is impossible. I'm by myself, struggling to pay for stuff. There's no way y'all got a wife and kids, or husband, and y'all are making it with this check. There's no way. Give me some financial advice or something, because there's absolutely no way. At the end of the week, I'm at least left with like 2 cents or something, like $100. That's nothing.
If rich people don't understand why young people aren't having kids, it's because it's like $20,000 to just have a child, even with healthcare. And then you can't even afford childcare because that's another like $1,500 a month. And then also housing. A 1-bedroom apartment is like $1,800 on average across the country. And if you live in a city, it's way more than that. So you cannot afford to have a child, nor can you afford childcare, nor can you afford the housing, much less the food to feed these people. It is crazy. Nobody's having kids because nobody can freaking afford it anymore.
I'm literally seeing jobs that are paying 30K, 35K. How are you lot surviving? In 2015, when I just bought my house, I swear I was only on 30K. I was only on 30K living my best life 11 years ago. That 30K, if I was on that now, drowning. House, definitely not. Brand new car, fresh off the lot, definitely not. 2 week holiday, multiple holidays, probably not. How are people surviving?
Let's be real here for a minute. How are the average working Americans just surviving the economy right now? Because let me tell you, my electric bill that is due tomorrow was $1,075. Yes, you heard that right. $1,075 for 28 days. And before you come at me and say that I need to go on a budget and yada, 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 no, I'm not doing a budget plan because what happens with a budget? Eventually, the money that you didn't pay towards your electric bill from the budget, you have to pay back to the electric company. So I would rather have a variable bill each month and just pay it than be stuck on a ridiculous budget. And if we think it's bad now, it's only about to get worse.
How are people surviving nowadays? Everything is so goddamn expensive, from cars to food to the damn movie theaters. I must have went to go watch the new Hunger Games last night, and that shit was like $37 just for 2 tickets. I'm like, all right, the tickets are already gonna be cheap. Let me try to save some money and get some snacks from the store. Shit, that shit was like $25. Then I get to the movie theaters, I'm gonna get popcorn, something to drink, and a hot dog. That shit came up to like $35. You're telling me it cost me about $100 just to go to the damn movies? Like, what happened to $5 movies and $25 on snacks? If you bought your ticket before, you can go in with a smooth dub and be cool. Not no more. This shit is outrageous.
I'm convinced that in 2026, you have to be married in order to be financially stable and really survive this economy. I did a post recently talking about 100K is not enough or six figures is not enough to survive. And there were so many opinions, and so many people seem to think that it's a one size fits all. And yes, it's more than enough. I don't know where y'all live, and I don't know if y'all are considering regional areas, regional wages, regional cost of living, but regardless of what, you need two incomes. You need to, and I'm not talking about one person working two, three jobs. Like, how are you supposed to mentally sustain that way? I'm talking about you need two working adults in the house, married, sharing everything, expenses with two salaries.
I honestly think Donald Trump trying to make it hard for anybody to get ahead in this economy. You feel me? Like, gas is $5, bro. A gallon. Like, you can't go to the gas station no more and be like, let me get 5 on pump two. You're not even gonna make it out the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Food is expensive. Everything is just so expensive. And they're not giving us more money. So it's like, how do you expect us to survive, bro? There's only so much that you can do. Only so many jobs you can work. You know what I'm saying? He trying to make it real hard. He ain't trying to. He definitely making it real hard. And I feel like we never experienced none of this until he got in the office. Y'all can say what y'all want to. This is the worst 4 years of anybody being president that I've ever experienced.
Women with kids and women with multiple children, like two or more, like how are y'all making it in this economy? That's all I want to know. My hat goes off to y'all. You know why? You guys are not complaining. Like, you doing this, you're not complaining, you're not saying anything, you're not stressed. You just do. You just go to work, make the money, and just do what you have to do. Y'all get these kids through college. Y'all pay for apartments for them so they can survive and make sure they have a roof over their head while they're in school. Y'all are paying for food. And not to mention these proms, like these kids are looking bomb. Like, y'all doing all this without complaining. Like, how do y'all do it? The economy is crazy right now. You guys are surviving. Like, I feel like y'all don't get celebrated enough. We don't get celebrated enough. Like, I fuck with y'all, man, for real.
Quick question to any Americans. Between the ages of 35 to 45, especially if you have kids, but even if you don't, how are we affording things? How are you affording anything? And houses and cars, that's not really what I'm talking, but yeah, that. I mean more like how are you affording gas and groceries and healthcare and utilities and all the other 900 subscriptions that are required to live these days? How are you doing that? I'm assuming you all also are not you're not taking any vacations, and you've like us have just you've cut out the coffee and the Target shopping and the activities for the kids as much as you can. You've taken away. You've gotten rid of pretty much anything fun. Like you're not having any more fun. Assuming you're also doing that, how are you living?
I've seen multiple lawyers make videos about how they have side hustles and giving advice on side hustles that you can do with a legal degree. And I just want to say, it is so scary to think about the fact that lawyers are saying that they need more money. Because being an attorney is one of those professions that, like, has the prestige number one and then the paycheck. Of course, people think about, like, big law, where your first year coming out of law school, you're making, like, $250,000 at least. You're working, like, 80-hour weeks. But even if you're not in big law, like, if you're at, like, a boutique firm, if you're in-house counsel, you're still working crazy hours. You're billing crazy hours to your clients, and you're also making six figures, like, you are. And so just to think that lawyers, people that are at the upper echelon of what salary and societal prestige is supposed to be, are saying that they have to find second, third jobs, that's scary. That should scare everybody.
This is for single income families. Single income families. Are you okay? My God. My God. Everything's so expensive. I just heard your electrical bill is going to be going up. Everybody's electrical bill, they're expecting to get a 20% increase. Everybody in America. Food is up. Electric is up. Rent is up. How are you making it? And if you got a couple kids, I just don't see it. I just don't understand how you're making it. Are you okay? Tell me how being a single income family, if you ain't making at least 200,000 a year, I don't know how you're making it. Tell me how you're making it as a single income family. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me how you're making it. I just don't see it. My God. Every time I go to the grocery store for like 2 bags of food, it's like $100. And it ain't even like, my God. I don't know how these people are making it.
A lot of people are just surviving and not living. Like a lot of people wake up the next day stressing about yesterday. Stressing about, oh, all right, well, I ate yesterday. I got to figure out how I'm gonna eat again today. Or, I paid the bills this month. I gotta run it back up. I gotta go DoorDash. I gotta go Uber. Then I gotta go to work for fucking 60 hours to make ends meet. And and to whom this concern, like you might be tired of me making a video like this every now and then, but I'm gonna keep making them because I'm tired of people suffering in silence, fam. Our parents always grew up telling us we want you to be better than us. Mom trying. Like I'm doing my best. You feel me? This like life didn't get easier since I became an adult. You know. Life was actually easier when I was a kid and we was sleeping on the fucking street. For real, for real.
I just left the gym and I just had to be truthful. This isn't easy. Like, I think life in general isn't easy. I'm based in the UK and I think things are really, really, really hard right now. Like, when it comes to going to work, the kids, school runs, just life in general. And sometimes I struggle because I'd rather not be here living a life. I feel like it's like a struggle. I don't know if I said that correctly, that everybody understands what I'm saying. I love my kids. I love my husband. You know what I mean? I love myself. I have self-love, but the actual day-to-day 9 to 5 and doing the things that require you to have a good life in the UK, I'm miserable. I'm absolutely miserable. And I know there's a lot of people out there that's exactly like me. I think social interaction now is rubbish. I have some great friends who are actually, they're more than friends. A lot of them are like sisters to me. A lot of them I really, really, really love. But I think there's got to be more to life. There's got to be more to life than just this. Now, the one thing I knew that I could control was my fitness. So I started my fitness journey and I said to myself, listen, I can control my fitness. I control what I'm eating. So I'm going to have to take myself in hand and sort that out. But I don't know. There's got to be more to life. And if anybody else feels the way I feel, please drop it in the comment section, because is it just me? Or am I going through something and I just don't understand what I'm going through?
How are you guys surviving? How are you paying your bills? How are you feeding your families? I do not genuinely understand how I would say, like, average pay for a lot of people, how you guys are making it in this economy. Because let's be real, the majority of people don't make over $25 an hour. I have no idea, especially people in my area in the Central Valley. How are you guys making it? Like, our PG&E is over $1,000. And this is coming from somebody who is in a pretty good place financially. I'm able to spend and buy things that I want, and I don't have to really budget too much. And if I am blown away and I am just like, oh my gosh, like, I have to spend that on groceries, I have to spend that to keep my lights on, I cannot imagine people that make 25% of what I make. How the hell are you guys doing it? Please let me know. I genuinely am just terrified for people because I don't know how long this is sustainable before our homeless population and just families are on the streets, because there's no way that this is going to be sustainable. And it's not going down, it's going up.
Can somebody please help me understand how in the world did we get to where we are right now? I spent in 3 days a total of $200 in fuel. $200. That is just insane. It's insane. I mean, I'm basically working to pay for fuel and bills. That is it. I mean, if I don't put fuel, I can't get to work. And if I don't work, I don't have money. But I mean, who in the world is going to be able to afford? I mean, honestly, we're not living. We are not living right now. We are surviving. I mean, we are in survival mode right now with the way everything is. I mean, that's $200 that I had to take away from maybe groceries, or I don't know. It's insane. Insane. I mean, somebody please help me understand. How did we get to this? It's just crazy. It's crazy.
How are people surviving on one income? Like, I'm not being a smart aleck. I genuinely want to know. Like, I'm so curious. So we're a 3-income household. I work 2 jobs. My husband works 1 job, and we still are not like rolling in dough. Like, we still are paycheck to paycheck people. So, like, I'm always so fascinated by people that are 1-income families and either have like a stay-at-home dad or a stay-at-home mom, and they still like have nice cars, nice houses, go on vacations, go to concerts, go shopping. Like, how much does one person have to make? Like, how much does one husband or wife make to where you can live like that? Like, and what do you do? What do you do if you are a one income household? What is your career that you do to allow you to be a one income household? Because I am out here just fascinated by it because we have never been, I mean, I've been married 20 years. We've always been a two income household and now a three income household for the last year. We have three kids. But like we don't have car payments. We don't have credit card debt, like just groceries, electricity, mortgage, just those simple things are like taking almost everything we have. It is wild to me. I do not understand. I need answers, please. What do you do? What do you do for a living to allow you to be a one income household?
The economy is so bad right now. Like, I genuinely have been struggling to find the words to kind of describe like what I'm seeing. And I think anyone else who works in a helping profession, who's people facing, and you work with like a wide range of people, you can really see that it's hitting everyone from pretty much every background. It's just really, really bad. I know people who have been unemployed for well over a year. I know people who've been unemployed going on a year. It's really bad. And I've seen people like making jokes and stuff about Spirit Airlines shutting down, but the reality is that's like it says 17,000 because Spirit has 17,000 employees, but I saw someone else saying like they actually work for a printing company and their client is Spirit Airlines. So like this is going to ripple out. I'm going to say conservatively that it's going to be at least 20K people in the job market, and already struggling job market. There's no growth in the job market, and it's just so bad. I don't know. I like, and I really hate situations where I don't have answers because it's just like really, really bad. But it's going to get worse. And that's the scarier part about it, too. The fact that we live in a world where racism is that deep to some people, like they hate black people, brown people so bad that they kind of like led us into this mess is so ridiculous to me. I'm so sorry. I cannot, that does not escape my mind. And the fact that we have politicians that are so money hungry that they just do not represent the people, all of it is just, it's so hard to wrap your mind around because it's just getting worse and worse. So many people are struggling to make it from week to week. I know so many people who are facing or dealing with eviction right now. It's so horrible. And there are so many people who don't have safety nets. There are people who don't have family they can go stay with. There's so many people who like it's just really, really bad. But hey, at least y'all got rid of the DEI, I guess.
I'm being so serious when I ask this, bro. If you if you a regular, if you just a regular degular, bro, you ain't you just go to work and go home every day. You ain't doing no type of side hustle. You ain't doing no type of reselling. You ain't doing nothing. If you just regular, and you probably got a decent job, I'm gonna say a decent job, $25 an hour. How are you surviving, bro? This is my. I put $120. I put $120 in this truck yesterday, and we back at the gas station today. I put $120 in this truck yesterday, bro. I I put $60 in this truck twice yesterday, and this my I'm I was on E. I'm back at the gas station now. I know everybody don't do as much driving as I do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, your gas might last longer, but bro, I'm gonna say $25 an hour. That's a decent job. I know, at least in Mississippi, but that's $1,000. That's $1,000 a week before tax. And I know most people ain't making $25 an hour. How are you surviving? If you ain't out here, bro, reselling something on marketplace or flipping shoes, flipping cars, flipping houses, hey, if you ain't out here got OnlyFans or something, how are you surviving? I don't understand. Now, me, I ain't never just had one income. And bro, I'm flipping couches and I feel it. I feel the gas price, so I know somebody with a regular job, bro. How y'all making it happen, bro? Bro, check this, bro. It's $80. I put $120 in here yesterday. Then my girl driving my Tundra. She gonna be out and about, bro. I'm gonna have to fill the Tundra up, bro. That's another $60 to $70. It's getting crazy out here, cuz.
So this is going to be a guide on how to stay alive when you're incredibly depressed. Not a guide on how to be happy or on how to heal, just how to survive today. Step 1, lower the bar. Lower it further. The goal today is not to become a functioning member of society. Your goal is to remain alive. Everything else is extra credit. Step 2, stop thinking about forever. Your brain is not allowed to discuss the rest of your life right now. It can discuss the next hour, but that's it. Forever is far too heavy to carry. 1 hour is manageable. Step 3, consume something. Water, juice, a cracker. I really don't care. You're a living creature. And living creatures, they need fuel in order to survive. Step 4, find just one reason. Not 2, not 10, not 1,000, just one. Not a grand purpose either, just one reason. Like a pet, a friend, a book that isn't finished, spite, curiosity, the next episode of your favorite TV show that you've been watching for decades, a sandwich. I have survived entire days on curiosity alone, and I have a feeling you might have too. Step 5, don't trust depression's future predictions. Depression speaks with tremendous confidence. It says nothing will change. This feeling is permanent. You already know how tomorrow will feel. Depression makes these predictions, and it has made these predictions 1,000 times, and yet tomorrow keeps arriving anyways. So Step 6, make your world smaller. You don't need to solve your career, your relationships, your future, your identity, any of that stuff, really. You just need to survive today. So drink water, eat food, take medication if prescribed, rest, and repeat. Step 7, borrow hope if you don't have any. There were years when I couldn't believe things would improve, so I let other people believe it for me. And eventually, one day, I started believing it too. And then finally, I would say if all else fails, be curious. Be curious about next week, about next month, about the person you'll be if you stay. Because the future has surprised me more times than I can count, and it may surprise you too. So stay, not forever, just today. Tomorrow can make its own argument when it arrives.
I have no idea how some people are just living life right now. So every Sunday I track my expenses and my monthly finances come out to like $5,000 to $6,000 a month. And I do not live a lavish lifestyle whatsoever. Like that is the basics. A 2-bedroom apartment, a car payment, food, gym membership, dates with my girlfriend. Like I do not live a crazy lifestyle whatsoever. And here's the thing. I have friends and I know people who, their monthly expenses are 20, 30, 40, 50K per month. And it's insane because what's the average salary in the US? Like 70K or something? Like I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's like 60 to 70K. And it's just crazy. Like right now you need to have a good income to be able to actually just not only survive, but enjoy life. Because here's the thing, guys, like me personally, my view on life, like it isn't all about survival, living paycheck to paycheck. Like you need to experience things. You need to enjoy your life. Like you work hard so you can enjoy it, right? You don't work hard just so you can pay bills and just live in survival mode your whole life. Like that's not why God put us here, my opinion. Now, your opinion may be different. Maybe you do want to live paycheck to paycheck, which by all means, go ahead. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, right now you need that. You need to have a high income skill that's going to allow you to get one, either a good job, or two, you can build a side hustle, or three, you can start that business to be able to actually fund the life that you want to live. Because life is getting expensive. Like you cannot just have a normal job and be able to just enjoy life, especially if you have a wife and kids. That is the biggest thing. Like if you're single, like, yeah, 60, 70K per month, that's fine. But if you have a wife and kids, my guy, it's tough out here. It really is. So learn that high income skill, okay? Because I promise you, it will be the best decision that you have ever made. We don't want to just live life paying bills and always being in survival mode. We want to thrive. We want to enjoy things, go travel, buy stuff for your parents, retire your parents. That's the goal, okay?
You'll work 20 years longer than your parents in jobs that demand 3 times the skills for the same pay, but you still think one career path will cut it. You think your career will survive on one title, one employer, one path for the next 30 years. You're not being optimistic. You're ignoring every signal the market is sending you right now. And if you think I'm exaggerating, every week I'm seeing more clients, more people coming to me realizing that the structure of their career, not the skill set, is the problem. So what the hell is going on? Well, first, job scope keeps expanding while paychecks don't. Now, a marketing manager used to mean one thing. Now it means copywriter, data analyst, social media strategist, graphic designer, and a campaign manager, all for the same salary. Second, we have to work longer. Most of us will work decades longer than our parents. We're buying homes later, we're renting indefinite. One income stream just doesn't work anymore. Thirdly, seniority has a shelf life now. Thanks to AI and technological advances, expertise expires faster than ever. A marketing director who succeeded 5 years ago would need a completely different skill set to succeed today. And fourth, even people who look successful are miserable. They're exhausted from how they're working. They're stuck in careers that no longer match who they are. And they have zero flexibility or autonomy. Put that all together, and it's clear that the traditional career path is breaking under its own contradictions. So the only way to counteract all of that is to create a portfolio career where you create multiple income streams from different sources designed around your existing skills, interests, and lifestyle. Not a side hustle, an entirely new way to structure work. I'm already helping my clients land fractional roles where they are working with 3 or 4 different companies at once, or helping them split their time between clients and their own products. And this gives you 3 things a traditional career doesn't. First, range as resilience, because you're not dependent on one income stream. Secondly, identity beyond your job title, because you lead with who you are, not what you do. 3, freedom of design, because you can pick the mix. You can decide to be part self-employed and part employed. It's really up to you and what suits your lifestyle. And why is this so relevant right now? It's because technology has removed all the barriers. Remote infrastructure lets you serve clients globally. Social platforms let you build audiences that were only ever accessible through big organizations. Online education lets you acquire skills without leaving your current setup. Smart people are already building diverse skill sets, managing multiple income streams, and viewing careers as collections of experiences, not just a single trajectory. And soon enough, we won't call them portfolio careers anymore. We'll just call it work.
So y'all have been asking a lot of questions about my disability. I figured now is the best time to answer those questions and give more information to the people who really want to know, and just indulge those of y'all who are nosy. So make sure you repost this and follow me if you haven't already, because I know I've been popping up on your Explore page. Quick speed run. I'm 29 years old. I have a degenerative hereditary eye disease known as retinitis pigmentosa. RP for short. Basically, what that means is I got it from my grandfather, who is completely blind, as was his late brother. I have been diagnosed since I was like 5, and since then, doctors have told me I have a high probability of going blind myself. Since my diagnosis, I've been going to specialized optometrists. A lot of them have been like, I don't know why you're not blind. Grace of God. Side effects include high sensitivity to dark, high sensitivity to light, and increased sensitivity to both when it's nighttime and there's light out. Great. It takes my eyes longer to adjust to anything than yours. So I don't know if you know, like when you're outside and you come inside and it's dark, it takes your eyes a second to adjust. It takes my eyes minutes. So if you ever see me in a corner somewhere or like in a foyer, I'm not being weird. I can't see. Speaking of not being weird, a lot of y'all make fun of my pimp walk, as y'all call it. And it's been that way since like 5th grade. I remember the first time I was made aware of it. My white teacher was like, "Oh my God, Simeon, you have the best walk I have ever seen. How do you do it? What's the secret?" Whole time I'm like, "Bitch, I can't see. It's no secret." I hope she's doing good. It's just things that you have to adjust in your life to just make it normal. So I promise, if you ever see me doing something, you're like, "Oh, that's so cool," I'm compensating for my lack of vision. Speaking of compensating, I can't drive and never have been able to drive. My parents taught me, and I've made a few trips to do things for them, but never had a license. I might never be able to get one because my eyesight isn't getting better. Can't even pass the like visual test, let alone. I also developed anxiety in my early 20s for anything that involves eyesight. So like if I know it's going to require me having good eyesight, I'm like, calm the fuck, it's not the best, but it is what it is. And last question I'll answer for, we'll call this part 1. If y'all have any more questions, put them in the chat. We'll do it again. But a lot of y'all have seen the video I posted today of like my first book tour and having to take everything on the bus. And people were like, "You did all that on the bus? How did you get from here to here and here to here?" Y'all call it stubbornness. My great grandma called me, like I said, hard headed. I just believe that you can do whatever you want to do. And it doesn't matter how anybody sees you. It matters how you see yourself. And I can't see. So I think I can be whatever I want to be. Um, it's not fun. I'm laughing to keep from crying, but it's not fun. It's scary to have big dreams and knowing that you have a huge obstacle to overcome anytime you want to do anything. But I'm fighting. So if you have any more questions, put them in the chat and stay tuned for the journey because I have no idea how we're going to make any of this happen.
If you live in the UK, I do not know how you are supposed to survive right now. I really don't. So I've just gone to Sainsbury's, right? And I know people are like, oh, you can go to Aldi. I've been in Aldi and either the food goes off quicker, not all of it, but some of it, or it's the same price because Sainsbury's are price matching Aldi at the moment. It's my place to go. I know where everything is. You know, it's not bargain basement, but I don't think anything is bargain basement now. And I refuse to eat shit. Like, I just refuse to, like, fill my freezer with shit that is bad for my kids. So, don't even get started in the comments on that. That's not the point. The point of this is, I've just gone and done a shop for me and my daughter for 3 days. That's it. Just to last us till the end of the bank holiday weekend. And all I have bought is dinners, breakfast cereal, and soup for lunch. So I haven't pushed the boat out. There's no snacks in there. All right, I needed some toothpaste and deodorant, right? But that's normal. That's what you need to live. You need to be able to brush your teeth and you don't want to smell. Even with the discounts, Nectar discounts, all the rest of it, 3 days is 57 quid. And for somebody that wants to justify that, just don't even bother. Because not that long ago, there were 3 of us. And I used to shop for 3 of us. And I used to buy branded shit because he wouldn't eat the non-branded shit. And I would do a full week's shopping. I was on a protein diet, so I was buying lots of protein, tins of tuna, chicken, eggs, you name it, it went in the basket. And that would cost me 130 quid to feed 3 people for a week. And less than 3 years later, I can't even get through the absolute basics. People always ring at the most inappropriate time. I'm having a rant here. And that was nearly £60. Nearly £60. So if we math that out, that's 120 for 2 people, plus another day, and that doesn't include any of the other stuff that I used to buy, which was cleaning products, like laundry stuff, toiletries, like you name it, on like eye level shelf. Because that's how they price things if you don't know. Go down the bottom if you want the cheap shit. It's on the floor. They don't want you to find it. What is going on? What is going on? How are we supposed to survive this? Our wages haven't gone up that way. Like, I just don't know how. I've got 1 kid, like 1. What if you've got 3 or 4 children? Like, what are you eating? Where are you shopping? Are you growing your own food? Like, what is going on? It is utter mad.
If you make $500 a week and you get paid 4 times a month, it's 4 weeks in a month. I think there's a month or 2 of the year that got 5 weeks in it. So $500 a week times 4, that's $2,000 a month that you make at your current job. And your rent is $1,700 a month. And $1,700 a month could be a pretty decent apartment or a pretty decent house. So that will leave you $300. Now, mind you, you have to go to work, right? You have to get gas. A lot of people do carpool. So they may pay them $100 a month for carpool or $100 a month for gas. That actually leaves them $200. Now, that's just if they carpool. If they got their own vehicle, they're probably paying $100 a week just in gas. Your mortgage is $1,700. You pay $100 for gas. Where does that leave room for your utilities? How do you pay a $87 or $120 light bill? or an $85 water bill? How do you buy groceries for your family? I'm trying to do the math here to see how people are supposed to survive in this type of economy right now. A person can't even live off $2,000 a month. And if you find something less than $1,700 a month, as far as living, it's going to be full of rats, roaches. It's going to be in a bad neighborhood that's riddled with crime, riddled with violence. So, how do you win in this economy, man? $2,000 a month used to be a lick, man. It used to be a lick back in the day. These people out here are struggling for real, man. No wonder robberies have went up so high. No wonder crime is going up so high. No wonder so many bank robberies are occurring and people are actually getting away with it. $2,000 a month ain't shit anymore, man. I've been sitting here trying to do the math, and I've been asking myself, how are people able to survive, man? And then out of that $500 a week that you make at work, you don't even bring the whole $500 home because they take out insurance. They got this bullshit tax. They got that bullshit tax. They got your 401k. They got your insurance. Oh, and don't even let me get started on child support. How the hell do you even survive making $2,000 a month and your rent is $1,700? How can you eat? How do you survive this, man? You guys let me know what y'all think of this in the comment section. This is crazy when you really, really think about it. But thanks for watching.
If this hit home, you're definitely not alone. Let me know what everyday expenses shocked you the most this year. And until next time, keep the real talk going. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and follow for more videos. Happy every day.